yo, this is another episode of the Steven from the Old Time Podcast. Listen to my dad, he's awesome.
Welcome to a new episode of Steven from the All Time Podcast, the Survivor series of podcasting. I am your host, the Ayatollah of hip hop, the whole damn show, the rated R podcaster, a visionary, a revolutionary, and the voice of the voiceless. With my co-host this evening.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's Milenko here, the man with 1,000 edits. And yo, we have a great guest tonight. Can you introduce, please?
A lot of people walk around calling themselves the champion, stating that they are the greatest or the best out. Tonight's special guest doesn't need to do that because it's self-explanatory. With the vision, the music, the consistency with the albums. He is one half of the Steiner Brothers, one half of the hip-hop tag team champions. He is the mastermind and the head of the table for the Umbrella Collective. If there is an artist that deserves 2 titles, it's this man right here. You can keep your undisputed champion because he is the world heavyweight champion of hip-hop. He's the bad guy, Pro Dillinger.
Sir.
What's up, man?
bro?
What's up, my brothers, man? Thank y'all for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate you giving us the time of day, and being on here with us. You just dropped DIRTWAVE Volume 1 with Futurewave. An extraordinary album. I think that album this year has to go up top 1, top 2 of the year. And if number 2 is probably Reasonable Dirt. But let's get into DIRTWAVE and your vision and how you linked up with Futurewave and why you thought he was the best producer for this vision that you had.
I mean, with Futurewave, it was kind of natural to work with him because I was already working with Finn and Daniel-san and Juco and Asan. You know, like Futurewave was always in the solar system around all the other guys that I was doing stuff with, you know, and it was easy for me because I was a big fan of his work already, you know, and the stuff that he was doing with Daniel-san and you know, the projects that he put together with Rome. I was already a huge fan of his production. So when he hit me up, you know, and he told me, he's like, yo, man, we should work. I was like, yo, for real? Like, you dead ass? He was like, yeah, I'm dead serious. Matter of fact, here's a beat right here. And then he sent me a beat. And it was it ended up turning out to be one of the songs that we have on DIRTWAVE 2. But it was the first song I did for the project. I sent it back to him in like 2 days. So the work pace kept up like that. We had the first 10 songs done so fast that he was like, let's do more. Let's keep cooking. I'm like, I bet. You know, and then next thing you know, in a few months, we had 20 songs.
That's crazy.
Damn. Yo, and both is nice. I see you guys combining so well together because you both, the same for Futurewave. I feel you guys lately have been just consistent and putting that work on, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work on and just putting great projects out there. And I wanted to know about it, like, on Reasonable Dirt on the Abyss podcast, you describe it as being the perfect apple pie. And that image stick with me. And this album, how would you describe the imagery? And when you play it, what do you see personally?
To me, this album is like, you know, I'm gonna liken it to cooking a dish. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, let's say it's like poutine fries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We took the French fries, we fried them, we double fried them so they were extra crispy. You know, the gravy was cooked low and slow all day. You know what I mean? You know, the foie gras, the cheese curds, everything was fresh.
Good. I see that imagery.
All of those ingredients together, they're good by themselves, you know? But when you put them all together, it creates like the perfect bite. And I feel like that's what this project is. It's like the perfect bite.
He gave you such amazing sounds, and on the last episode, we gave our top 5 favorite Futurewave albums, and Dirtwave for me was number 2 on there. It was neck and neck with Headcrack, but he
Hmm.
gave you so many different beats that we've never really heard you on. A lot more experimental.
Hmm.
So he gave you the instrumentals and you laid down the vocals. How did you
Hmm.
feel with getting different style beats than what you're used to getting?
It didn't bother me at all. I felt like sonically I was ready to take another step forward and try something different and see what my style of production sounds like on I mean my style of rap sounds like on his style of production and the sounds that he uses and the samples that he uses. I never really worked with a producer that like kind of is like a sound bender like that. I think the only other person I worked with like that was like Finn.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in the same camp. Finn is also like a sound bender. They hear music differently. So it was easy for me because all the beats he was sending me was hard. The thing that I liked about Futurewave is that when he sends you a beat, it's kind of like a skeleton.
Mm.
It don't really have no meat and bones to it. It's just a skeleton. It's the drum pattern with like a basic sample chop on it or whatever, like something you could fuck with, something you could write to.
Mhm.
Now, he was sending me beats that I thought were like the final versions of the beats, and I thought they was hard. I was like, shit, whatever. And I was doing the songs. I sent him the records and then he'll send them back the next day and the beat will be like completely different.
Mm.
Wow.
So you touch it up after hearing your vocals on it.
That's how he works. He has to hear how you sound. He builds the beat around you.
Mm.
Wow.
So
Okay,
he'll
so
just send me like drums and shit to rap on. And then when I send it back, it's a beat, like it's a whole beat.
okay, and that makes a lot of sense because I hear on the production they're really simple beats, like you said, but the drum passes that he adds on it, and some of those passes are amazing. They just switch the whole thing about it. So yeah,
Yeah,
I feel it now. I can see that. I can see that
yeah.
100%.
And it's crazy because we've spoken about this, like we spoke about the album. It's been a while that I've been waiting for Dirtwave Volume 1 to come out, and I finally was able to hear it in whole. And when I first listened to it, you had sent it to me, but the songs weren't in order. And
Hmm.
the way I heard it, it still sounded perfect to me. But now that it's actual out and on an album, it sounds so much better. It's like he put the pieces of the puzzle together and the sounds that they just flow into one another.
Yeah. The with the Dirtwave sequencing, um, the way I sent it to you was the order that I recorded them in.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And when we went back in after we had the rest of the songs for the first tape, we just wanted to make sure that we picked like all of the most like the joints that stuck out the most to us.
Okay.
So that's what I did with Dirtwave 1. And the way it was sequenced was based on like, we kind of wanted people to feel like they were like on a roller coaster, and
Mm-hmm.
then you get to crescendo, it comes down, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's back like this, like I wanted to put people on an emotional roller coaster, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but at the same time giving them different sounds and different looks, different tempos, rapping on beats that are normally slower than I would rap on,
Mm-hmm.
but then turn back around and do something a little more high energy, like gunplay, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like so you see like we wanted to find like a fine balance between like grimy and smooth, but at the same time make you feel like you was watching a movie and like really make the listener feel invested in the project.
It's exactly that. And the first 4 songs, still here, Summer Smoke, Gunplay, and Magic, the way they just flow into one another, that's the strongest part of the album. Like you just said, you go up and then it's like a roller coaster, and then you get to know Loyalty, Target Him, and then Flower comes in.
Yeah,
And Flower is probably one of your most different songs on the album. It's very different. The subject
yeah,
matter on it is super different, but it's the
yeah,
way that it's crafted and the way that you flow or rap on it, that I find that's the song that stands out the most.
yeah,
Like you give it a different energy. subject matter, like I mentioned. And then you
Yeah,
go to Back Home with Snotty, Say So, and then Power Trip. And
right.
Power Trip makes the album finish like on a cliffhanger, and you want to, but it's so perfect that you're like, okay, what are they gonna give us next? It's done
Right,
on
Mm.
purpose. Power Trip is
right.
done like that. That song is powerful.
Yes. Like you said, like we kind of wanted to leave people like hanging at the edge of their seat to be prepared for the next installment. Now getting back to that song Flower, I don't know, like some of my people that listen to my music might know, like, but almost every album I have a song about a female or something going through something with a female or
Mhm.
whatever like that. I try to make that a point to do because it's not just men that listen to my music. So even if I
Yeah.
make a song about a female that a man can relate to, I want to make sure that I can also make a song celebrating a female and celebrating the things that I enjoy about women or my woman or things that other men should enjoy about their women. So I think that in our space there's not enough music like that being made. I'm
Mhm.
not saying like I'm a super lover boy or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like we all go through the same things, ups and downs in relationships and, with women and people, period, in general. So I want to make it a point to always try to touch on different topics and subjects that are relatable to other people. So anybody that listens to Flower can tell that I'm talking about my woman, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
that song is also for women that are being admired the same way I'm admiring my woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
like with the beat, like I could have did some gangster shit on the beat, but
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
but it
100%.
didn't call for it. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And then at the time when I was writing the song, I didn't feel like that. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So that's why when you hear my albums, it's about mad different type of shit because how I'm writing the song is really just depending on how I feel.
Mm. Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that song, and you brought it the point exactly how I felt about it. Is because we hear songs. There's songs for romantic and talk about ladies, but sometimes they're more directed for the men. Still,
Hmm.
it's a direction for women, but they're iffy. You can't really say those shit all the time. But
Right.
yours is so well written, and I wanted to talk about your writing because you talked about writing alone. You like to write
Hmm.
alone, and that's a song that I can totally see that. When you write when other people in the room, does your pen changes? Do you feel like there's a difference between it?
No, um, most of the time, 85 to 90% of the time, I'm alone when I'm making music.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, sometimes I'm with my cousin, most of you know what I mean, and then other times I'll be in other people's sessions working on stuff with them. I don't feel like it changes my pen. I feel like oh shit, I pressed something. Can you guys still see me?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're
All
good.
right. I don't feel like it changes my pen. I don't feel like it makes me I don't know. I don't change anything. I leave everything the way it is, and I'm making my point to do it like that because it's like for me, I tell people this all the time. How I wrote it the first time is how I meant it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I make sure that I don't rewrite nothing. I don't go back and be like, I could have said this better or the as soon as I write it, it's done and I don't scrap nothing neither. I use everything that I write.
Oh wow.
That's good
Wow.
though. You leave it the way it is and you just roll with it. That's amazing. And I could tell with the way you rap. You just pour it all out on the piece of paper and you just go with it. And
Yeah.
it
And
makes
then I
and
and
it
I and I leave it there. That's art. You know what I mean? That's it to me, art is like not overthinking. It's pain and passion turned into like something tangible, something listenable, something you can hang on your walls, something you can see in a museum. Like that's it's it's an artist's turmoil that creates the art.
100%. Yeah.
So dude, I never heard of Picasso repainting a picture, bro.
No,
never.
no,
And
exactly.
I'm not likening myself to Picasso, but I'm saying like as far as being a creative, I don't I don't do nothing twice, because then that takes away from the authentic feel of what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
But you see it with your music, man. And this project, the way it sounds, it's exactly that. It's the way you describe it. Exactly
Yeah.
that. And your rollout, every album you come out with, there's a rollout for it. And it's a good 2-3 weeks, maybe even a month of a rollout for it. Why do you think doing a proper rollout is important for an album?
Because I feel like it a lot of people feel like you don't need that. A lot of guys just throw their shit out there and be like, oh, whoever gets it, gets it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like the rollout's super important. You know what I mean? I feel like the building up that anticipation, it's like before a movie drops and you drop trailers. They drop in the trailer. You seen the trailer, everybody gets to talking about the trailer and shit like that. Then you might start seeing interviews from the actors that played in it. You know what I mean? I'm coming at it from the same perspective. You know what I mean? Like we're entertaining people. So it's like I want them to be excited about what I'm about to do. So to me, the rollout is super important. And like you said, Steve, like you see, bro, like leading up to the project, it might take me weeks to get to a project, but that's because I'm dropping little teasers, I'm dropping reels, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm doing interviews or blogs or something like that. Like I'm excited about it too. You know what I mean? So I want to make the consumer, the people that are consuming my product, I want them to be as excited about a release as I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And we don't see much rollout now. Basically, in the like more underground space, I feel like now people just throw the albums out and they expect the listeners to go back to. But when I like an artist that I've been listening for a long time now, sometimes I'm just not gonna check out the albums because I got everything already. But if the rollout is good, I'll be more interested. So I think
It's
that's a good point.
strategic. It's strategic. You're strategic with the way you put out your albums. Like even just dropping the artwork, a video, one single. You don't give 3, 4, 5 singles. People forget about it after. It's like
Right.
they already heard the album. You want to get the listener to get excited. Like you just said, you're excited, but the listener needs to be excited, needs to go in and be like, okay, what else am I gonna hear? He gave us a video, he gave us a single, he gave us the artwork. Like I have a vision for what the album is, but what is it gonna really be when I listen to it? And I
Yo,
think that's
bro.
perfection, and that's what gets us excited for music.
Yeah, bro. And you know, like as the artist, as the rapper, it's like you know the project is hard already. So it's like in my mind, I want to drop the shit too. I be wanting to drop my shit and just be like, ah, fuck it, boom, it's out. Check it out. Let me know what you think. You know, but that's not being strategic. You know what I mean? Like that's not building no anticipation. There's no payoff at the end of that.
No.
100%. Is that something that you let the umbrella members know as well? Is that something that is important to you for the umbrella collective?
The thing with the umbrella is with us, we are all, even though we're all part of the same collective, we're all our own bosses of our
Okay.
own imprints. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the umbrella also has their own imprint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So me personally, I try not to step on none of my brother's toes as far as like rollouts or you know what I mean? I'll of course we share information with each other and you know formulas like yo this works for me, try this and this I use this person for this and this person for that and you know what I mean? Of course that's what we're about is sharing our resources and ideas and trial and errors with each other. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we're all individual entities that made it and got the attention of another umbrella member because whatever they was doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
And they
So like
shine.
let's say for instance Substance, right?
Mhm.
Before Substance was umbrella, that's what I noticed from him, like how often and consistently he dropped. Every rollout had physicals. He was pressing up his own merchandise. He's doing his own shit and still, you know, he was doing everything he needed to do already before he even came to the umbrella.
And look
Okay.
at
Yeah.
him
You
now.
know?
Look at what he's doing now with the merch. Like
Mm-hmm.
the merch game of
That's not merch,
Stumpster.
bro. That's a clothing line.
Yes, exactly. It's a clothing line. You're absolutely
Hmm.
right. It's a clothing line, and what he's doing with like the cereal boxes. It's like with the cereal boxes, he puts the.
Incredible.
It's the
But
vision.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Packaging, rollout. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
anticipation building. You know, like these are all trade secrets. I'm gonna say because it's not really secrets, but you'd be surprised at how easily accessible this information is for everybody to use and for everybody to apply to their own careers. And guys just don't do it.
That's what
There you
makes
go.
you guys stand out, though, and we'll get back onto that because you guys have something special, and what you guys are bringing to just hip hop as a whole, and the culture of hip hop is different. You guys are different, and you guys are doing it different, and a lot of people need to learn from it. Each member, we could go through all the members. Everybody knows who the members are, but each and every one of them is different from one another, and I think that's what stands out and makes it so important.
Right.
But before we get into the umbrella, how'd you pick the features for the album? Is just something that you just went with the flow and you were.
Yeah, we didn't really put too much thought into that. Um, Snotty, I try to get Snotty on every project I do. So he's on most of my stuff.
Mhm.
So that was easy. You know, I'm on most of his stuff. Every album that he drops, he sends me a feature. So it's like we work with each other all the time. Ito, I had never worked with Ito prior to this,
Mm.
but him and Futurewave did, and Futurewave thought he would sound good on that beat, and then I got my own like relationship with Ito and shit. Like that's my man's. Outside of music, I fuck with Ito, so it's like it was easy to work with him too. The record came out fire. He sent it back real fast, you know, so that was really about nothing. Danielson, same shit, you know what I mean? Like that's my bro outside of music. So it wasn't really, me and Danielson had a bunch of songs together, like on a couple of our albums, you know. So
Yeah, all fire too. All fire those songs. You and Danielson is a really good combination.
oh yeah, we working on something too. Me, him, and Finn. We're working on something low key, and that'll probably drop sometime next year. But
Finn's
every
production
every
is
yeah, every time
crazy.
we work together, it don't miss. You know what I mean? So I love working with Daniel Son. It was a pleasure working with Ito. That's my dog right there. You know what I mean? And Snotty, of course. That's just it's like
Broquito.
peanut butter and jelly. Blaquito, you know what I mean? Like Blaquito don't miss never. That's my young boy, man. Like we're from the same neighborhood. Um he doesn't really do like the boom bap type of stuff.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So like the features that I do got from Blockito is just him like hanging around in the big studio, and I'll be like, "Yo, come here real quick." You know what I'm saying?
But he has a voice, man. That voice is
Yeah,
deep.
he got a presence on a record. You know what I mean? And that's why I enjoy working with him. So behind the scenes, I talk to him a lot. I try to steer him more like in this direction, but he's still like trying to chase like a more mainstream sound, which I don't
Okay.
fault him for. But you know, I just kind of like to try to help out like the young talent that I see around me. So shout to Blockito, shout to my man Marcus Jordan. He's another young talented brother that we work with a lot with visuals, and he raps, he makes beats, and then my man Cameron Bahani. He's another artist
Yes.
that I be around a lot, you know what I mean?
He
Super
has an EP
talented.
this year that came out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you guys did the project together too last year.
we got another project about to drop, and he's about to drop a project with Potato God.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Your
so
album with Potato God was fucking
I
great.
appreciate that, bro. I
Great. I'm
appreciate that.
I'm actually talking to what's his name from the Rap Winkle, trying to get me a leftover copy on CD.
I feel like that's one of the ones, bro, that kind of like went over people's heads or went under the radar. I feel like that's a project of mine that like years down the line, people are gonna go back to and be like, oh shit.
Well, it's not on streaming, and a lot of people go
Yeah,
directly to streaming
Yeah.
for
yeah.
that. But it's on Bandcamp. You can buy the record from a
It's on
reseller.
YouTube.
YouTube. That's where I heard it. I was on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I love buying the physicals. And I
Hmm.
have all your projects on physical except two, and I'm still trying to get my hand on those two. I'm gonna get them. I don't care how much I have to pay for them, but it's that project went under the people's radar because but you did it strategically again. You didn't put it on mainstream. You wanted people to go out there and buy it and listen to it differently.
Yes. And I wanted them to look for it. I want people to go out and seek that shit, and really want to hear it. There was only 300 copies pressed. They were gone in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Sep did the artwork. The fucking tapes and CDs was gone in 2 minutes.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But that artwork really set it off. That was different style of production for me again. You know what I mean? And I feel like over the years, I feel like people are sleeping on me as far as like my versatility and my shit just sounds raw. It just sounds hard. But once you get past all of that, you see, I rap about all type of different shit on all type of different production. And I'm really one of the most versatile artists like that's doing what we do in our space, because I can
Balance.
do anything.
Bro, you have balance in your music.
There's balance in my music. You know what I'm saying? So I like to even challenge myself and work with different type of, like I said, I'll work with a Sean Kelly and then I'll turn around and work with Futurewave. Then I'll turn around and work with a Bucky Luger. You know what I mean? I want to challenge myself musically, but still keep a certain type of sound and a certain type of feeling to my music. And I feel like I have that down pat. You know what I mean? I know my sound. I know what I want to sound like, and I know what I want myself to sound like to the masses,
But
Yeah.
also, but sorry, Malenko, just to finish that point,
Yeah, go ahead.
you've grown as an artist so much from the file tapes, from Pray for My Prey to where you are now as an artist. I've seen you grow, and it's been on a consistent run of growth, man. And you could hear it in your music. And when I go back to your projects, like Pray for My Prey, it's grimy, it's gritty, it's aggressive. But if you take that and you listen to Reasonable Dirt, you see how you've grown as an artist lyrically. It's just amazing to see, and I love seeing artists like that get their shine to where they were and where they are now. And if an artist doesn't grow, we're not gonna grow with the artists.
Right. And then it's like, all right, so let's build on that. You say you love to see artists get they shine, right? But then it's like, I love to see artists make they shine more.
Mm.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like working with people that work as hard as me, but the quality stays the same.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a difference, between somebody getting a shine and somebody making their own self shine.
Yeah, you're right. And all the guys from the Umbrella and including yourself do that. You've created your own style, your own lane, your own music. Like what you guys are doing, man, is just it's incredible to see. And we're going to get into the wrestling because what you're bringing from the wrestling world into the hip hop world, for me and Milenko to see that is just amazing. But Milenko, you had a question.
Well, it was more like a comment talking about the difference between all the albums, and you always working with one typical production. Do you feel like sometimes you were gonna experiment and go like a lot of different production on one album? Producers, I should say, like different producers in one album.
I've done projects like that before, but I don't know. I lean more towards working with one producer because I get to shape the narrative of the project.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get to shape the tone of that project because it's the same dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta take random beats from other places and try to make them sound like one cohesive project. I feel like that's a talent in itself. Like I said, I've done plenty of projects like that. But nowadays I prefer to just work with one producer per project.
Per project. Okay.
Yeah, and it's there's more of a flow with it too. And
Right.
and you work with them closely, they produce you. They get more involved in the project. It's a rollout that you guys do together. There's a lot more that goes into it instead of
Yeah.
just picking different producers, which is fine as well. Like what you did with the Steiner brothers. It was you and Snotty with a bunch of different producers,
See
but
what
it
I'm saying?
worked. It worked so well, right?
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And then that's the thing is like working with one producer, it makes the business aspect easier because it's just one guy you got to break bread with, you know what I'm saying? Or break streams with or whatever. You feel me? Whatever y'all work out together, that's between y'all two.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You work with mad different producers, that splits. Feel me? Which isn't like a big deal. You feel me? But it's like,
It's more
you know,
steps. It's just more steps to something
yeah,
that could be
it's
simpler.
more shit you got to do. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
with the Steiner brothers, that was shit. We didn't even really think about that to the end. We was just like, damn, this beat is hard. This beat is hard. This beat is hard. That shit was so easy to make.
You and Snotty, man, you guys are like the Steiner brothers is the best. I think the best title you could have picked and the best tag team because you guys, the sound of the Steiner brothers, if they were rapping, that is exactly how it would sound, man. You guys
Right, bro.
killed that
And
shit.
then we gave niggas a whole Umbrella Posse cut.
Yep, yep. It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
true.
it's like I feel like right now where the Umbrella is at, like yeah, everybody will want to see like, oh, let's do I want to see a group album from them or whatever like that. But it's like it's not even really necessary at this point because we always on each other's projects.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
You know
feel
what I'm
that.
saying?
Mhm.
And that's so I always tell people in interviews like the Umbrella album is something that we not gonna force, bro.
Mhm.
You shouldn't. You don't need to force that. Why?
You know what I mean?
Why? Look, if it comes out, it comes out. That's the way I see it.
That's
You
what it is. Because and if it don't, then you gotta catch Mickey or Snotty or who are on somebody project. You better tap in, or you
Mhm.
might miss an Umbrella cut or something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, 100%.
It, ju- it
So
it needs to be made on its own, and whenever it comes out, it comes out. If it comes out, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to be forced. It doesn't need to be rushed. You guys are always, like you've mentioned, on each other's projects, and it's kind of more special when you guys are on each other's project. It's like me and Milenko, we press play. We don't even look at the track list or the features, so we'll get
mhm,
surprised in it. Like when I hear you on a Mickey cut, or I hear Josiah on a cut with you guys, it makes it more exciting. It's like, okay, what are
right,
they doing? What are they gonna do? How is this gonna sound? Why does it sound like this? You dig more into it.
right,
It feels more on point that way than, hey, let's just
right,
all get into the studio and do it. But not everybody has the time for that. You know what I mean?
right. So
So
and that's and then and as far as Steiner Brothers too, it's like a lot of people are like, yo, Steiner Brothers too, Steiner Brothers too. Me and Snotty is not even that's a standalone project. We could we don't never have to do that project ever again. We never have to do no Steiner Brothers shit ever again. And that project will still be top quality, top tier shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I feel that. I feel it's there, and it was made at the right moment, and
right,
the vibe was there, and
and
the
the
vibe
live
was there.
show,
So.
you should have
right.
seen these guys live, Malenko. I forced you to come. You couldn't
Come
come.
on, bro.
Next time I'll be there, bro. I
The
swear
first
to God,
EVA,
I'll
I
do the
have,
travel,
look,
bro.
the poster's right there. I
Fuck,
was
I
there.
regret that shit. I
Okay,
regret
Yo,
that shit,
the
man.
poster's right there. I was at the first show, and seeing them live on stage to perform that album was ridiculous. Like the energy, what you guys brought to the table. I didn't even rap to the songs. I just watched.
Yeah, you were like the energy, just the energy. Yeah, man, I can't believe I missed that,
he's a
dude.
fool.
Fuck.
We came from Canada. At the nah, when we did EVA the first time, when it was wild in there, when I threw the hoodie off the stage, the one where I was like, "Yo, fuck Roman Reigns and fuck The Rock."
Yeah, when you got mad because the mic wasn't working,
Oh yeah,
City,
at Silk City.
Silk City.
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
crazy. It was
Yo, that night
crazy.
was crazy.
Fun show, Feed the Family, Mickey Diamond.
Ah man, what a good show, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly, that was, and it was crazy because that was on a fucking Thursday night. Like I was like, what is going on in here? Like
He's got
yeah.
that hoodie.
it was Thursday night during Ramadan. Yeah, I threw a one of one hoodie in the crowd. It say Uno Nueve on it, which is 19 in Spanish, right?
Yes.
I threw it in the crowd, right? And somebody got it. It's a 1 of 1 Pro Dillinger
Oh
hoodie.
shit!
Fuck.
If
Nah,
whoever got it, whoever got it, and listen,
whoever got it, whoever got it.
it's a 1 of 1. Don't put it on eBay, you motherfucker. Keep
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Probably
Yo,
somebody's gonna try and sell it.
Sign it.
yeah, I was trying to sign it. I couldn't find the person. Somebody grabbed that shit and just got the fuck out of there, bro.
They knew it. They knew it was a 1 of 1. They said, "Fuck it, I'm running with this."
Bro, dead ass, bro. It was crazy, bro. But that show was fun as fuck. That was a real good one. Anytime I do a show with Thousand and the EVA guys and Ricky Gray and them, it's a good time. We just did Philly. I just opened up for Czarface.
How was that?
Oh wow.
It was dope. It was dope. You know what I mean? The crowd was different.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't my usual crowd. But a lot of them recognized me from my work with Jedi Mind Tricks and like, you know what I'm saying? Like Paz sharing my shit or whatever, or you know, this that from other shows. Like when I opened from like Nonfiction, it was like dudes from that show over there. Like,
But
so
it's
it was like,
important. It's important for you to open up for different artists to get your name out there, and people appreciate that because you bring a different energy, man. Man, you could put Pro Dillinger on a metal show and see who has the better set.
no,
right?
look, it's funny you say that, right? Because I just did a song with a hardcore band from New York, and I'm about to do a show where it's like hip hop, underground niggas, but mixed with like with bands too.
Oh
Wow.
shit. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
so I'm trying to tap into that energy too, because you got to think about it, right? Like, bro, like, like our energy, like this underground shit, and like that hardcore music scene, and like it's all tied in, bro.
100%.
It's also the energy that hardcore shows, metal shows give, and what hip hop shows give too. It's the same thing. They listen to the same music. Hardcore fans
Exactly.
listen to hip hop. Hip hop
Exactly.
fans
That's
listen
what
to
I'm saying.
hardcore.
A lot of these dudes from that I met in Philly are dudes that knew my music already,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
but just the
Absolutely.
crowd was different. You know what I'm saying?
Which
But
is
they
fine.
still showed love. They showed love the same way. So it was dope.
That's
I had
important.
a good time. Tonight,
important.
tonight we about to go to Virginia. We about to go fuck Virginia up. You know what I mean?
That's
yeah,
cool,
you got to come to Montreal. We got to get you to Canada, man.
Bro,
There has to
I
be an
would-
EVA Canadian tour show, the Heart Foundation style. You come down here, man. I'm sure people will love it. Man,
Yeah, bro, what? And me
It
and
would-
Danielson toured the whole fucking
Oof.
Canada
it
Oh,
would be
that would
crazy.
kill it. We'll for
with
sure be there.
Futurewave.
Oh,
Would be nuts. Wrestling. I think it's very important that we talk about wrestling and what you guys have brought to the table in terms of mixing wrestling and hip hop. Artists do it. West Side Gun does it. We've had other artists do it, but the way you guys do it with the Sting versus Flair, the Steiner brothers, it's different. You tap into the wrestling world. You tap into the character, like Sting
Yeah.
versus Flair. Like you're rapping as your Sting on there.
Yeah.
The reason why it's different is the album covers, the album cuts, the song titles. The way you guys do it is so different. Why did you think it was important, especially for guys like me and Milenko? We're huge wrestling fans. My grandmother at 1 year old put me in front of the TV 34 years ago to watch wrestling. So we see that and we get hooked on it right away. Like I bought Sting versus Flair 3 times, tape, CD, and the reissue of it, just because how important it is for me to have that wrestling and hip hop blend. Why did you do that? Why did you start doing that, and why you think it's important?
Well, if people listen back, I always use wrestling references because just I'm an older guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was watching wrestling probably me and my brother had WrestleMania 3 on tape and we used to watch it every day.
damn.
Every single day. My uncle used to bring us to Madison Square Garden when they used to do house shows and shit like that. We would go once a month. You know, like so I'm a lifer with this shit. Now, I stopped watching during like the PG era.
Mhm.
You know, like when the shit got like real weird or whatever, and then I started watching like deathmatch wrestling a lot.
Mhm.
You know, and then like you know, the CZWs, the GCWs, and like HOGs, Ring of Honor, all of that shit. I started like watching all the indies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then recently, you know, maybe like 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I started getting back into like the bigger promotions again, like TNA, and then I started watching AEW when it came out, and then I was like, let me see what WWE got going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm full-fledged again. I'm watching wrestling mad times a week now.
Oh, nice. That's sick.
Do your kids watch wrestling?
Yeah, hell yeah. My son loves that shit, but like it's like I don't know, the way we watch wrestling is ill. Like he'll really, like, you know how most kids see wrestling and start trying to do moves and shit like that. Like
My son,
my son would
exactly.
just sit with me like while I'm watching that shit and just watch that shit, and like if something ill happens, he'll react to it. He'd be like, "Oh," and then he'll go back to chilling, eating popcorn, drinking juice. Like he consumes it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I feel like he could tell it's entertainment, and that's good. You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up, me and my brother was doing that shit, like doing mad wrestling moves to each other, like could have hurt each other bad, like
Oh yeah,
imitating the shit on the TV. You feel me?
pile
Like
driver and
yeah, all of that dumb
stupid
shit,
shit.
bro. Flipping off the bed, bro, backyard wrestling. We did all of that
Concrete.
stupid ass shit, bro.
Crazy.
Did
We
you
did
have
all.
did you have a special move that you did to your brother all the time, or
Bro, there was, bro.
what was your favorite finisher?
For me at the time, bro, it was the DDT. Like I like
Yeah, classic.
the DDT for me is always just that's just a no-brainer right there. You can't lose with a good DDT.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. It's a lost art, man. They don't do it enough now, I feel.
They don't do the DDT no more. You know what I'm saying? The at the time too, I used to do the Hogan leg drop, the Hogan leg drop. You know what I'm saying?
Outside on concrete, probably, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The leg drop always go crazy, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm a lifer in this shit. I just really, really started like getting back into the storyline of it again, though. And I like the direction that WWE's going with the whole Bloodline 2.0, Roman coming back, The Rock coming back and making an appearance. You know that, like, is Cody teaming with this guy Roman, and then they tried to do it's getting crazy now. It's getting what happened to Jey Uso the other night. I wasn't really
when he lost versus Braun.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of how that went down, but
Really,
I get where they going for the storyline purpose.
I'm a huge Braun fan. I was super happy. I love seeing Braun have the IC champion.
But it's the way that he won it, though. I love Braun Breaker because he's a Steiner brother kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucks with Braun Breaker, but I felt like Jey Uso, he's so over right now, like, that it's like.
Do you think he would have been able to join the Roman and Jimmy with a title?
I feel like it would have made them look a little stronger.
Yeah, because they're weak. Jimmy and Roman right now look very weak.
Right. But now I don't know if maybe this sets up Jimmy and Jay for another tag title run.
Yeah, because they're going to have to beat Tongaloa and...
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it still plays into the bloodline beef. You know what I mean? Is that he gotta get out of his feelings and maybe find a way to forgive them, and you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna happen before Survivor Series. It's gonna take time for it to happen. For it
to develop the story. We still don't know what The Rock is there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you still on your final bullshit, bro? Like, you still a bad guy? What the fuck is up with you? You know what I'm saying?
With the weak title that makes no sense, right? Do you still want
Cody's belt? Are you still involved in this bloodline thing? Are they gonna involve Cody in the bloodline thing? Which is what I really don't want to see. I don't want to see Sami Zayn involved in this shit.
Thank you,
bro. I want to see Samoan on Samoan violence.
Yeah. Real bloodline. Real
bloodline. Interfamily beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, real problems. You feel me? Like,
bring Rikishi back or something. Do something like that. Make it like Rikishi could.
Can he wrestle still?
No,
I don't think
just
he can
make him be there. Make him be behind his kids.
They saying they saying that he might come back and be like Roman's wise man.
No, Paul Heyman's the only person that's able to be Roman's wise man. No.
I don't know, son. I don't know. That's what I'm reading. I read that shit on Twitter earlier today, but who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? I heard that Zilla Fatu is gonna get signed, or that
He's
he
a
might have
dangerous
already
man.
signed.
That's a
Zilla
dangerous man.
Fatu is extremely dangerous. Oh, one thing I did like about the Braun Breaker match is like them teasing a match with him and Jacob Fatu. Oh
That's
my God.
that's gonna be crazy.
That would be a barn burner. You heard? Like
Man,
Jim Ross used to say.
that would
Yeah.
be crazy. That would be crazy. Do you think Cody is stale now as champion?
I think he's getting to that point. I think people like Cody more like Sami Zayn. Like you like him more like fighting to get the belt.
Mhm.
And then when he's finally the champ, it's like, all right, now you know what it is with Cody is there's nobody for him to get into a storyline with. Everybody's cool with him, kind of like.
That's the
So
problem.
they try to turn KO into a fucking heel, but it's like that shit is his heel turn is kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't. It kind of doesn't make sense the way it was put together. It shouldn't have
I don't
happened
like
that way. It should be where he interferes. And what I would have liked to see was him versus Randy, Cody versus Randy, and KO interferes and costs Cody the belt to
Right.
Randy. Like there needs to be a lot more energy that goes involves in the Cody storyline. Right now, it's just being
It's
thrown
dead.
everywhere.
Yeah, and then he's like fighting Gunther for the crown jewel thing. They fucked that crown jewel shit up too because that shit should have been a tournament, bro.
Yeah, like King of the Ring.
Like a King of the Ring tournament. And once a year is a tournament for the crown jewel champion, and the crown jewel champion gets like their, you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
get something. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A main event at a pay-per-view or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're always messing up that crown jewel. That crown jewel pay-per-view is cursed, dog. They just take it out, man.
only
They're
about
always
money.
fucking it up.
They go there just for money. The amount of money that the
Yeah, the
WWE
Saudis is-
makes,
Kidding
crazy
me?
money,
You kidding me, bro?
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
money. And how do you feel about AEW with all the internet bullshit and everyone downgrading them? I know you've gone to shows. I've gone to shows. Me and Milenko
Yeah.
have gone to shows. I think the way that they're downgrading them doesn't really make sense. It's stupid.
I like AEW as far as like the talent,
Yeah.
right? You
Mm.
know what I always tell people? I'll be like, AEW is wrestling for grown-ups. Like if you don't want to fucking see stories and fucking you just want to see guys get in there and fucking have good matches, you know what I'm saying? You go. You know what I mean? Or you
Yeah.
watch. You know, like I feel like AEW got a lot of good talent, but bad booking.
Yes.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? There's no way I should see Will Ospreay, who in my opinion is the best wrestler in the world right now, fucking have a match like that against Swerve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then he's in a fucking tag match with some other dude. Like, who the fuck
Yeah.
is the other dude?
Fletcher? What's his
Yeah,
name?
and why?
Yeah.
Yeah, and why the fuck
That
are they
was weird.
fighting these? Why are they fighting these dudes? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that shit, just the shit don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I like what they did with Swerve and Hangman
Yes, but that's been
That was-
going on for a minute though, and
for a
it's smart.
minute, right? But you know, as a fan, I would have liked to see the Osprey and Swerve story like develop. You know what I mean? They kind of just
Mhm.
put them in a random match, put the belt up and shit, and then it was like, all right. And then you got this guy in a fucking tag match.
Yeah.
I hope they develop that story on 100%.
But we have to,
You know?
but we have to also understand that so many of them got injured. Adam Cole is back now.
Yes.
MJF is back now. Jay White is back. There's so many pieces of the puzzle that are coming finally back after being injured for like 6 months to a year, so the
Right.
stories can pick back up. Because that MJF Adam Cole story with the Undisputed Kingdom was amazing.
Right.
Where's Samoa Joe?
Where the fuck is Samoa Joe?
It's true, huh? He's on vacation somewhere. that
Nah,
guy.
but you know what? That's another problem with AEW is like they pay everybody really really good and they work way less.
Mhm.
So they got a lot more people on their roster to fill the roster when like the top people are hurt. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
Yeah.
some of your top guys are hurt, you got other guys, and it's just the bookings bad. You know what
Look,
I'm saying?
look at Christian. Christian's having the biggest run of his whole entire career, and he's
Come on.
standing out so much. But the way they're using him is just like now he's fighting Hook.
Why?
I hate Hook, man. I hate Hook. I don't
That's
understand.
terrible. That's a terrible. Yo, bro, they just push him because it's Taz's son.
Yeah,
He's
100%.
horrendous. He has no character.
No, I don't understand the boxing trunks thing, and I don't get it. He looks like a creative player.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yo, and there's a question comes to my mind, like Hook got the Action Bronson team. We got Swerve and West Side Gun. What wrestler like would you pick to do his intro?
Who, Hook?
No,
No.
no. Let's say like you could pick a wrestler and you do his introduction music. Which wrestler would you pick?
Oh,
That's a tough question.
yeah. Damn. I don't know. You know who? Probably Logan Paul.
Logan,
Really?
yeah.
Yep. You know why? Because just the amount of exposure it would get and the amount of people. Because when Logan Paul's on the bill,
It's true. Huh?
you know what I'm saying? It's lit. You know what I'm saying? He put that big ass prime hydration station out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, that kid could go, bro.
Yeah, he could wrestle.
In
yeah.
the ring, he's incredible. Shawn Michaels
That's what I'm
taught him
saying,
everything.
bro.
Yeah.
That kid could work, bro. Like he's a really good wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's very surprising. You know what I mean? But I would probably do his theme song only because of the amount of people that it would be exposed to.
You
Yeah.
think you're thinking business before, huh?
Yeah. It's a
bro.
business decision.
Bro
And he's a good
takes the
wrestler.
business. Yeah.
Zilla. If Zilla comes in and he comes out to a pro Dillinger song, would
That'd
make
be
it more.
crazy.
It would make him stronger. Look at
That'd
his
be
image,
crazy.
right?
That'd be crazy. I didn't even think about that.
He can come out to Still Here.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Gunplay.
Oh my god, bro.
That would be crazy.
Zilla Fatu is
makes-
gonna be a fucking problem, bro. I'm telling you, son.
War Games Survivor Series is going to be something.
You know what was pissing me off? The Nia Jax,
Oh.
Naomi Bailey thing. Like, get the whole thing the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
She's not good. That storyline isn't good.
Get that whole thing the fuck out of with Tiffany Stratton. Like, get the fuck out of here. Where the fuck is Charlotte Flair at to clean up the whole women's division?
Yeah, she's on vacation too.
No,
Nah, she got
her
hurt real
husband's
bad.
there. Her husband's
Yo,
there.
Andrade's on a run right now. Him and Carmelo Hayes is cooking.
Yeah, but
There you
stop
go.
at that 7. We don't need more. It's gonna get stale, right?
I'm done. But they've been cooking, bro. That kid Carmelo, he nice too.
No.
He just needs more of a finishing touch to his moves and him on the mic, which he's gonna learn, and he's gonna be amazing. But Andrade is just like I saw him live front row at an AEW Collision. That dude is huge. Pause. Like that dude is in the ring versus Brian Danielson, whatever you want to call him, the guy I don't like, was amazing. Seeing that live was amazing. He is so quick with his moves.
Bro, that dude he's a very physically imposing luchador, basically. He's an oversized cruiserweight.
Yep.
Yeah?
100%.
With the mask.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's talk about fucking Daniel Bryanson or whatever the fuck his name is. His title run was mad weird.
They just gave it to him so he could just walk off into the sunset, whatever you want to
So
call it.
fucking weird.
With Moxley with the bag.
Moxley, like, come on, bro.
He doesn't even have the title. He's showed up twice, 3 times, and he doesn't have the AEW World Champion with him.
Bro,
It's weird.
oh my god, now I'm gonna retire as a full-time wrestler, which means I'm only gonna wrestle one time a year. Like CM Punk. Yo, You know, like how Punk was after the Drew McIntyre shit. Oh, I'm gonna, go home to my wife, and I'm just gonna relax. And we're not gonna see him again till damn near the middle of 2025, probably. Watch.
Probably.
I think he's coming back after Crown Jewel. He's gonna fight at Survivor Series against Gunter. Seth Rollins is gonna interfere.
What?
Yeah, Seth Rollins is gonna interfere, cost him the title match, and it's gonna be the Seth Rollins CM Punk feud.
No, but then Seth Rollins is got a problem with this guy with Big Bronson Reed.
For 1 month, it's gonna be a 1 month thing. He's gonna beat him at Crown Jewel, and then it's just gonna move on. Bronson Reed's a problem.
He's a fucking problem, son.
he could move.
He's a fucking big luchador, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Top rope shit. It's crazy.
That dude is I don't know, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Like WWE is cooking right now with SmackDown. I don't know about Raw.
Raw is getting stale. The
Raw is
storylines.
kind of like you know what I'm saying?
Damian Priest is doing nothing.
Nothing. He's like threatening Gunther in the back after Crown Jewel. Like, man, get out of here,
cheesy.
nigga.
What get Finn in a title shot. Finn is crazy.
I hate Finn Balor, son.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate him, bro.
Fuck.
Hate him, bro.
he's so good in the ring. Like the matches he's had with Edge, Rollins. Like he's had some really good matches. He doesn't have a character development. No, he's not developing his character. He's not doing anything. But in the ring, though, he's next level, and they could do something with him.
He's not. I don't know. For me, he's not. He's not over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of dudes that like Finn, but it's just like I don't know. Even when I seen him live, I was booing the shit out that nigga. I was like, boo. Fuck you, nigga. I was booing the shit out of him, yo.
Since
fucking, and his man too, JD, whatever the fuck his name is.
JD, the bobblehead, big head bobblehead. What's it? JD McDonough?
Yeah, fuck
He's
him
stupid.
too, yo.
He's fucking stupid. He didn't do anything.
Fuck him too, yo.
So since we're on the wrestling shit, before we get up out of here, we usually do this with the guests. Ask a top 5 in 5 seconds. I'm gonna ask you your top 5 wrestlers of all time.
Oof.
Yeah. Sting, Flair, Macho Man. It's a tough one, bro.
It's a tough one, huh? A lot of 380s, like in the 80s, 90s guys.
I want to say Hogan because you know what I'm saying, but I don't want to say Hogan because, like, one, because he's racist.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
And he got away with it, like nothing.
He got away with it for mad long. But I don't know. Hogan's a GOAT. And Hollywood Hogan was the man, so I was fucking with Hollywood Hogan. One more. I would have to say Bret Hart, bro.
Over Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, definitely over Shawn Michaels.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We should do an album together. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels.
How you Canadian, bro, and you prefer Shawn Michaels? What
Shawn
type
Michaels
of shit you want?
is the greatest in-ring performer ever.
Listen, The Undertaker said he could have a 5-star match with a broomstick.
And it's true. Look at those matches. He's had 3 different eras, 3 different careers, man. Like the Rockers, then into the 90s, came back and had probably a better career than he had in the 90s.
You know what I say about Bret Hart is like Bret Hart was like really like one of the last of like a different type of era, you know, with his lineage from his father and Stampede Wrestling and all of that. Bret Hart really took being a champion serious. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And he did the work. He didn't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took care of everybody he worked with. When they asked him to put somebody over, he would do it. You know what I mean? Like, like he was a company man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they did to Bret Hart was fucked up. And then when he went to WCW, they misused him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was bad.
100%.
They did a
Oh,
horrendous job.
They
yo, bro,
fucked
his
it up.
WCW run could have been so crazy, bro, because he was still the hitman at the time, bro.
Yeah.
And they fucked him up, bro. And then Goldberg did that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then he was done. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
so for me, when I say Bret the Hitman Hart, is because he really took being a champion seriously. You know what I'm saying? Honorable mention, The Undertaker,
Absolutely.
the fucking Dead Man. You know what I'm saying? Another one that survived mad different eras.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Razor Ramon or Scott Hall, whoever you choose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Another illustrious career right there. His Intercontinental Championship run was crazy.
Underrated.
He was part of the first fucking ladder match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your boy.
Uh-huh. And won and had the 2 titles, the 2 IC champions.
You feel me? But you know, so it was there's a few honorable mentions, man. Who's your top 5?
Top 5 for me, Shawn Michaels number 1, Edge number 2,
Wow.
Stone Cold number 3. I'm gonna go with RVD number 4 and Chris Jericho number 5.
You know who was fired too? Jerry Lynn from ECW.
Oh fuck!
Oh, that he was sick. him and RVD, man.
Woo! Billy Kidman was fired.
Man,
Yeah,
was
Billy
the
Kidman,
5
underrated
on the top rope? What was his finisher? The
Shooting Star Press, bro.
5-star shooting star press. He used to
the Shooting Star Press, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
La Parka. Remember La Parka?
The whole WCW Cruiserweight division deserves honorable mention for real. Juventud Guerrero, bro. Super Crazy, Psychosis. Rey Mysterio Jr., of course. Eddie Guerrero.
Pro knows his shit, man. Pro knows his shit.
Dean Malenko was part of the Cruiserweight
Dean Malenko. Chris Benoit.
Yeah. Oh, they were, dude. The talent they had WCW to fuck it up, it just exposed them. Like, how can you fuck up so much talent? It's insane.
Crazy, bro.
The run with Bret Hart, that's exactly like exposing WCW how they sucked at booking.
Yo, and you know what? And then they find something that works, and then they just run it into the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Run it into the ground. I remember when there was like 30 people in the NWO and like 4 different factions of it. Then they had like, yo, bro, that shit was unbearable at one point. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the show, everybody just fights in the ring. Like, all right, we'll see you next week. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody used to get attacked. NWO used to attack everybody every match, and then the main event, everybody was in the ring.
Yeah, bro. And then it was like the NWO versus WCW, but then there's nobody in WCW to fight because they're all in the NWO.
Except Goldberg and DDP.
You feel me? And then they put Goldberg. Let's talk about that Goldberg shit. They gave this motherfucker mad fucking... Yo, his title run was way too long, bro.
Way too long. Way too long.
And then he lost to Kevin Nash.
Yeah, but then they did that wrong too.
Yep.
They fucked that up too.
Yeah.
The whole end of WCW was just a bunch of fuck-ups consistently. And then they brought David Arquette in to win the belt.
Horrendous.
Remember that shit?
You see what I'm saying? They were just fucking shit up for us as fans. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then it just like, for a while, I feel like wrestling got whack.
Yeah. Oh, it took time to recover for that because Russo stayed in the business for a long time. And it was always his decision.
That corny whack ass shit.
Yeah, he wanted reality TV. He didn't really want wrestling. He was like,
and he blames everybody else. Did you ever notice that he blames everybody else but himself for that writing?
Bro, but then that gave rise to all of these incredible indie fucking companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you, bro, for mad long, I was just watching fucking mad CZW Tournament of Death. I was watching a lot of old school, like Japan, IWA, Big Japan Wrestling. We was watching like New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like me and my brother was watching like tapes, cassette tapes.
That's crazy.
Of shit.
You still have
what I'm saying? Nah. Nah, we don't have none of that shit. Probably my mom got some of that shit, but bro, my dad used to have a dude at his job that had like a black box, so like a cable box that could get any channel, anywhere, whatever.
Yeah, we had
And
that up here.
he used to go to the fucking they used to have a channel on there that only played death matches
Fuck.
and
Oh
like
shit.
indie wrestling.
Oh shit.
So he used to make my dad like these 6 hour like cassette tapes, like mad tapes and shit. And my dad would buy them off the dude for like 10 or 20 bucks. So we had like a stack of just new shit, like all the shit that people wasn't watching.
Damn.
Fuck. That's fun
Damn.
though.
So
Those were the good times of tapes. Like my
bootleg
grandparents have like wrestling from the 80s still on tape.
Bro, because and then too, if you watch a lot of them old Japanese tournaments, like Tournament of Death and shit like that, a lot of our favorite wrestlers was over there wrestling.
Yeah. Mick Foley was there a lot.
They all
Mick
went
Foley
there.
was there. Mike Awesome was there. Fucking yo, bro. There was so many guys that were over there, even wrestling with masks on, like dudes that were from WW wherever the fuck, and they was over here wrestling but with a mask on and a different alias, just trying to make some money when wrestling got whack.
Yeah, Chris Jericho was there. Chris Jericho was there for a long time.
Yo, bro, every wrestler had a Japanese run, bro.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
gotta go out there because you gotta learn that strong style of wrestling.
Yeah.
It's not appreciated. A lot of people don't appreciate New Japan Pro Wrestling and what they do. They just call it flips and tricks. But you gotta go there to learn a bunch of shit. Like the Steiner brothers went to fucking Japan to wrestle back in the fucking 80s and 90s.
Bro, everybody. Japanese people have such a rich culture in grappling, period. You know what I'm saying? But like
absolutely,
pro wrestling, they really take that shit serious, bro. And like deathmatch tournaments, they take that shit real serious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And the way they applaud and they respect, you know, they don't make noise all the time. Like they do grappling moves and then they're gonna applaud the transitions and shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Terry Funk was out there, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, so that's what we was doing when wrestling got whacked to us. We was watching like, and then ECW came around. We was watching that shit. Like,
yeah.
So
fun.
We were more on like like the indie stuff for a while, and then like I said, man, I was just started gradually getting back into the bigger promotions, and then started going to shows occasionally and becoming invested into the storyline. So that shit was dope for me.
Top 5 favorite tag teams.
Steiner Brothers, 1. The Rockers, 2. What was the tag team with Texas Tornado and the other dude?
Oh fuck.
Remember?
Yeah. I gotta look this one up.
The Texas Tornado was one of the Von Erich kids, but he had a tag partner. I don't know if it was one of his brothers or not, but they was a dope fucking tag team. The Bushwhackers.
Yes.
Bushwhackers.
They were fun. Are they still alive?
I don't know. What you call it? The Eliminators were dope. Perry Saturn and what the fuck was the other dude's name? Harlem Heat, bro.
Harlem Heat, dude. Wow.
I'm trying to get that tag team.
The Gangsters.
The Gangsters, yo. Did you see the documentaries? What's they called? I don't remember the Dark Side of the Ring.
Yes, I watch all of them that come out. But yeah, New Jack was different, bro.
Yeah,
New Jack didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. Most of the time, he wasn't even wrestling for real. He was just taking bumps and like fucking punching people
in the face for real.
In the face for real, bro.
Yeah,
I can't find it.
They didn't want to work with him, but
I can't find it. It was the Von Erichs, and they would it's just the Von Erichs.
For real?
Yeah, I think it's just the
Wasn't Von the one of them was in the WWF though, and he was the Texas Tornado.
I think it was just called the Von Erichs, and there was no, it's not the Fabulous Freebirds.
No, hell no. That's like NWA shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. It doesn't say here. It just said the Von Erichs.
All right, then I might be mistaken. But Texas Tornado was dope too. Fucking damn.
The Outsiders.
It's hard to pick a top 5 tag team, bro.
But man, if you look back at them, Stone Cold was tag team champion with Triple H at one point. The Brothers of
Yeah,
Destruction, Undertaker and Kane.
yeah, but that's some bullshit. That was like that Mega Power bullshit that they did with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. You know what I mean? Like that was like short lived shit. I don't like them mix up tag teams. I like tag teams that are tag like the Dudley Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Dudley Boys was great. Edge and Christian, the Hardys.
Wow, bro. The Hardy Boys. You feel me?
So much great tag
Um,
teams.
you know a tag team I hate right now? Fucking Jay Cargill and
Oh,
Bianca Belair.
Jay Cargill can't wrestle for a long
For
period of
shit.
time.
That's why they hide her in a tag team.
Oh, for
Right.
sure. Yeah, that's yeah, for sure they hide in her for that reason, for that same reason.
She needs to go back to NXT.
But the tag team division in WWE right now is just weak across the board. They don't do
She gotta
anything
go.
with it. Finn Balor and the Bobblehead just have the tag team titles and never defend them.
Right.
The Lucha Bros gonna come in there and fucking.
I don't know. They're gonna probably mess that shit up.
I don't know, man. And then they got what DIY.
Yeah, not a fan.
You know what I'm saying? What's the other the Japanese the Damage Control? Like I don't know, man.
No, the
It's
tag
and
team
it's
division weak.
they brought in them other girls from NXT, and I feel like they're about to start a storyline with them. The what's the shorty's name? Something Lashes.
Trap would probably know. The women's division too is just all over the place.
It's all over the fucking place, but they brought some new girls in. They started like feuding with the Damage Control girls, if I'm not mistaken. This was on Raw.
Is it
But yeah,
the girls from Ireland?
nah, they some black shorties like from fucking.
Oh yes, I don't remember what their names are. The
I
women's
forgot her
division,
name
there's
too.
too many. It's all over the place. They're
Yeah, Triple H got to get that shit together, bro.
get the tag team division together, and they got to do something with those belts, man. They got to defend them more. Pay-per-views need to get back to what they used to: 7, 8 matches, and all belts on the line. End of story. Right?
Right. It's too much going on, bro. It's too much. Like I told you, bro. And then it's like, it depends on what you going to see. If you want to go see entertainment, then you go to like a SmackDown or a Raw, and you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You'll be entertained for those 2 or 3 hours that you're there. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you'll see like 3 televised matches and like 2 dark matches or something like that,
Exactly.
and enjoy yourself or whatever. Then you go to like a AEW, you sit down, and you're there for 6 hours, and it's all matches,
Great matches, fun matches, edge of your
all
seat.
fun matches, bro. And they only get better as the night keeps going. It's like you could get there early and still see good matches
It's
Yeah,
it's wrestling for older
for
people,
grown-ups.
for grown-ups, right? For guys like us who are invested in wrestling and who love wrestling. Fuck the storyline for a minute. Just watch great wrestling.
Fuck
That's
that
what we
shit.
like.
If I want storyline, I'll watch WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see wrestling. I'm gonna go pay for a ticket that's not so expensive, and you get bro. I went to Forbidden Door, bro, and I was there for dumb hours, bro. Mad long, bro.
It was like 6
Mad
hours,
matches.
no?
Little like 6 hours, son.
Woo! Yeah.
I saw everybody, bro. Lucha Brother, all of them, bro. The Swerve match with Ospreay, all of them, bro.
That's fucking fun. That's
It
fun.
was great. I had an amazing time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was worth the ticket. You know what I'm saying?
What's your son's favorite wrestler right now?
He don't got a favorite. He
No,
just
he likes all of them.
yeah, he just watches it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like kids, they like colors, and you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's just attracted to the entertainment value of it. He likes the theme songs and shit. You know what I mean?
It's great to bond. It's great to bond. That's the reason why I got back into wrestling. I say it all the time. It's because of my son. He got into
Word.
it, and just being able to bring him to events, buy him toys, get him the wrestling games. It's just
Fire.
it's a crazy bond to have with your kid. Because my dad, when he put on wrestling for me, was like, "Yeah, just put on the wrestling so you guys could watch it." But I'm not interested. I'm having that interesting time, that fun time with my kid, because we're fans. and it gives
Right.
us a reason to be kids again or to enjoy something as an adult, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So
I feel like wrestling is very nostalgic. You know what I'm saying, and it gives you a feeling of that. You know what I'm saying, like. So for me, it's like that's why I'm so into it. Like you know, like that shit speaks to my inner child. You know, so it's for the same reason why I watch old karate flicks or old cartoons from the '90s, or you know what I'm saying. I like the nostalgic value of it.
it's
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah, and it just makes you feel, and think of simpler times, bro.
Absolutely. Malenko, anything else for Pro before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, man, because of the last album, you said it, man, and I just wanted to give you your flowers while we in here and tell you, man, to keep going and how we take me and Steven, we took inspiration from the umbrella and you guys doing it all DIY and how your come up is all you guys that did it by yourselves. We do the same with the podcast. It's all
Hmm.
by ourselves. We learn and we do mistakes and stuff, but it's all by ourselves. So we take a lot of inspiration from you guys, from doing it by yourself and growing, right? So
Yeah,
just want to say, man, great album and keep going, man. We're gonna be there and listening all the time.
Great year.
thank you, man. Thank you,
Great
guys. I
year.
appreciate that.
Great
Great
3 years,
year.
great 4 years. Man, just your growth in music and the stuff that you bring to the tables. And we're not just saying this because you're here. Everybody knows this, man. Your albums that come out, we talk on a regular basis, and I
Hmm.
appreciate that you're giving me the time of day when you do. But your music, man, like what you did with Reasonable Dirt, and that's why it's still my favorite album of the year. And it's neck and neck with Dirtwave. Is like you did something special. If somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, I want to listen to Pro Dillinger. I want to get into Pro Dillinger," that's the album I'm gonna give because it's your most emotional, straight to the point. Like you get everything of what Pro Dillinger is on that album,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
and I'm so happy that you were able to put that on the table and give us that body of work. And for you to be able to come out with Don't Feed the Animals and then come out with Dirtwave Volume 1, man, it's amazing to see. And we appreciate the music that you are able to give us. We
Thank
really,
you, man.
really appreciate and all the projects. Like me and Milenko, what's our top 5 Pro Dillinger albums? We can go back and forth all the time for that. We have those on
Mm.
paper because
Right.
we enjoy your music so much, man, and we just want to see you flourish and continue to be on the run that you are because it's an amazing run, man. Honestly, when I say world heavyweight hip hop champion, it's the truth. That it's you.
Thank you, bro.
It's you, man.
Thank you,
And
bro.
when's the next album? What's coming up next for you?
Dirt Wave 2.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? Dirt Wave 2. Um, I don't know when y'all releasing this, but so I don't know if it's gonna come out before this episode drops or after, but
It's coming out on.
definitely
This is coming out on Monday in a week, in a couple of 5 days from now, right, Malenko?
Yes, sir.
definitely be on the lookout for Dirt Wave 2.
Good.
Hey, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you greatly. Thanks for being on the show with us.
Bro, thank you for having me, bro. I'm having me on your platform. I'm a very big fan of what y'all doing, and I'm
Thank
always
you.
tapped in. I watch all y'all episodes, everything y'all drop.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
You
man.
know what I mean? So salute to you guys, man. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and have this conversation with y'all.
Thank you,
Thank you,
man.
man.
Dirt Wave Volume 1 is out now. Wait for Dirt Wave Volume 2 with Futurewave, the world heavyweight hip hop champion, Pro Dillinger.
Yeah. And to all my Canadian fans, holla at your local promoters. Get Pro Dillinger booked out there in your local bars and pubs and taverns and performance spaces. Get Pro Dillinger booked out there.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
The
Hey,
message
you got to
is
come to Canada, man. We want you in Canada. I'll be at your show if you come in Canada. I don't give a shit if I have to drive to Toronto, fucking wherever you want me to drive. I'll be there to
Right.
support you 110%. Thank you, man.
Yo.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you greatly.
Thank you
man.
guys, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Yo,
Peace.
peace.
Peace, y'all.